All right, guys, what's going down, man? This is your boy, DJ Just J with Just Dimes ENT, and I am your humble host of The Soto You Dig. We'd like to thank you guys for coming through. Thank you for coming to check out the show. As always, man, when you guys come in, if you'll do me a big, huge favor, hit that thumbs up icon. If you would, please show some respect and love for the show. If you guys want to do anything to support the show, that will let other people know that we are live. You can also hit that share button, which is a very, very easy thing to do. So that way it'll bring others into the show, let them know that we are live and that we're doing another story today. It is unfortunate that we're having to do these type of dismal stories, but I do want to continue to bring this to you guys' attention so that way that we can continue to call out the right things in the Black community, right? So in order to support the show, one of the first things that you can do in order to support it in a monetary form is to hit the PayPal, which is paypal.me/DJJustJOK, which the moderators will post that in there from time to time. Or another way that you can show long-term support for the show is Patreon, which is patreon.com/DJJustJOK. I'd like to thank you to the people that continue to sign up on the Patreon. We are inching closer and closer to our goal of 50 patrons. So I'd like to thank you guys very much for continuing to support the Patreon, which is pretty awesome. So anything that you guys want to contribute over 4 quarters is awesome. Also, make sure that whenever you do send a PayPal, send it as family and friends. Whenever you do that, it'll have an option that says either you're sending it to as a business transaction or send it as family and friends. Touch that icon in the middle of the screen and make sure and select it as family and friends so that way you don't get charged any fees and neither do we. But thank you guys for showing up to the show. We have an awesome show lined up for you guys. We're going to cut it at that point and then we're going to start the show. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to give a shout out to everybody here in the chat, and then we're going to play a couple of intro songs, and then we're going to go ahead and move on with the show portion of the show. Okay? All right, guys, we'd like to welcome you guys here to the show. This is the show. I am your host of the evening, DJ Just J, and I do have a story to show you guys, and I have to bring you this story with regret because I hate the fact that we're having to report stories like this. But shout out to my brother Brielle because he sent me a story, and Brielle has really been on me making sure that I read my emails. So I appreciate that, Brielle. But you guys also got to understand that I cannot do this full time yet. We are getting some awesome donations, but I haven't got to the point to where I could do shows full time yet. So you guys just kind of got to bear with me because as soon as I get done with this, I got to turn around and rush off to work. So I try to get them done as quickly as I can. 2 days ago, I'm pretty sure I did. Okay, go ahead and time Justin out. Justin is clearly here for attention. So just time Justin out. Do not block him, but time him out because I know he's going to come back. He can't resist my show. So if y'all would, one of my moderators, just time him out. Keep timing him out as long as he keeps saying stupid stuff like that. All right. Now, Cleveland police say that they confirm that 2 more people have been caught and are in custody of actually a gang. It was basically like a gang related shooting that ended up costing this little girl her life because she caught a stray bullet. Okay. And as you guys saw from the title, her name is Saniyah Nicholson. Sanyah. Saniyah. Nicholson, Nichollson. Okay? So that way, if you guys want to look up any information on her story, you guys can feel free to do so. And I want you guys to pay attention to a couple of things. So as you know, there's always something more to the stories. So please make sure you pay attention to what's going on, okay? Officials arrested Aaron George, who's age 18, Tuesday afternoon. U.S. Marshals had information that he was working as a roofer in Solon. I'm not going to even play with that name because I'm not sure exactly how you pronounce it. Solon or Solon, however you pronounce it, guys. Please don't get mad at me for pronouncing these counties with these weird names, okay? He was arrested without incident there. Marshals also say another juvenile who was age 16 turned himself in to police Tuesday. Now, there are actually more minors involved, and because they're minors, the police actually did not release their names or their identities, okay? So police say that they now have 6 people in custody in regard to Saniyah Nicholson's death. Nicholson was sitting in the car with her mother outside of a boxing club at Lee Road and Cloverside Avenue Wednesday night when gunfire erupted as 2 groups shot at each other from across the street. U.S. Marshals and Cleveland police are calling these two remaining suspects, the remaining suspects in the case, meaning that they caught the other 4 people. Okay? Funeral arrangements for Saniyah were announced on Tuesday. There will be a public viewing on Friday at Gaines Funeral Home in Maple Heights from 9 a.m. to 7 p.m. The homegoing celebration for the little girl starts with a wake at 9:30 a.m. on Saturday at Second Ebenezer Baptist Church, and the funeral begins at 10 a.m. So what I'm going to do, without any further ado, is I'm going to go ahead and show you guys a couple of the news articles, which are actually pretty interesting on their own. But before I do that, I got to show you guys the fair usage. If I can get it on the screen, and I don't have it on the screen, so y'all bear with me a moment. There we go. Federal law allows citizens to reproduce, distribute, or exhibit portions of copyrighted motion pictures, videotapes, or video discs under certain circumstances without the authorization of the copyright holder. This is called fair use and is allowed for purposes of criticism, news reporting, teaching, and parody, which doesn't infringe of copyright under 17 U.S.C. 107.
It is a sight we see far too often here in Cleveland. A young child caught in the crossfire of flying bullets.
A young life cut short and a family left in agony. Last night, Saniyah Nicholson became a member of that unfortunate group. The 9-year-old shot in the head while sitting in a car on Cleveland's east side. And now the family of that little girl is speaking out. News 5's Amanda Van Allen joins us now live at the place where it happened. And Amanda, what did her family say to you?
Danita and Mike, they say she was a gentle soul, a sweet person, and loved to dance. Her mom says, quite honestly, she still can't believe her baby girl's gone. She tells me she went inside to this local boxing gym just behind me, and when she got back out after the gunfire, only one of her 2 girls was still alive. Still in disbelief that she will never see her little girl ever again.
I see this on TV though. Never would have thought it was my home.
As a memorial grows for 9-year-old Saniyah Nicholson, friends and family come out to console her mom, Marcianette Daniels.
She was just an innocent baby sitting in the car. What, they didn't care? You just randomly just shoot and kill people?
Saniyah was killed Wednesday night on Cloverside and Lee on Cleveland's east side. She was sitting in a car with her older sister waiting for her mom to grab her brother from a local boxing gym. That's when the gunfire started.
I'm like, get on. We all get down. And it just kept going, you know. So we stayed down.
Rasheen Ali owns the boxing club and says Saniyah's sister ran inside after the bullets stopped flying, and he tried desperately to help her.
And I immediately ran out of there, you know, grabbed her, you know, and just told her it's gonna be all right. You know, I'm holding her, you know, and just praying that, I don't know, through a miracle, you know, Allah can save her.
Police are now on the hunt for these 2 guys, and they're calling them persons of interest. They are both caught on surveillance cameras wearing hoodies, and authorities say they're also working on tracking down this car. Daniel says she knows someone can identify them.
Anybody know anything? Y'all speak up. She was just 9.
I don't see any of you guys typing in the chat as far as what I thought you might have heard. Y'all didn't catch that, did you? I don't think anybody caught it. I'm going to back it up just a little bit, and I'm not going to take too long with this, but I'm going to back it up just a little bit. I want y'all to hear, where was this little girl at? Okay? Where was she at? How she got hit, and who was with her? Athena said she left the kids in the car alone. How old was the other child? Great question. The first question is a great question. The second question, I don't know, because they haven't specified yet. Why were the kids in the car alone? I read in the news article, it said Nicholson, the little girl, and her name is, I'm going to have to look it up one more time. Sorry about that. Y'all bear with me a moment. Saniyah Nicholson was left in a car, in her mother's car, outside of a boxing club at Lee Road and Cloverside Avenue Wednesday night when gunfire erupted from 2 groups. That's the stuff that I'm talking about. See what I'm saying? Because I read it and we all just skipped over that. I didn't because I heard it. That's why I picked up on the story. Shout out to my brother Brielle. Left out in the car with her sister. Why? Mom went to get her son from boxing class. Why? Okay, if that's the case, Miss Barbie, and I appreciate you clarifying, because I really honestly didn't know. But why did she leave him in the car? I mean, you guys, some of us are parents in the chat. Let me know what y'all think. What do y'all think about that? Is that appropriate? Is it not appropriate? Let me know what you think while I move on to the next video, okay? But let me know what you guys think about that. Because I don't like kids being left in the car. My daughter is about to be 11 years old and I don't leave her in the car, all right? And the fact that we know that Ohio, Cleveland specifically, is a known violent area. It is actually, Tika. Thank you very much for pointing that out. It's a known violent area. It's like if you know that stuff is going on in your neighborhood and stuff like that, like you have to be cognizant. You're aware of this. You know when there's trouble around. You know this. She knew that. But let me show you this next story. Let's keep going.
For us from that scene right now, Amanda, crushing news. What have you learned?
Actually, I like that. John Wick said the son could have walked to the car. I agree. I agree with that. I 100% agree with that. But I do still have to thank Miss Barbie for pointing that out because I didn't know why they were even there. But here we go. Let's keep going.
Well, Rob, we have learned that this all went down just after 7 o'clock tonight. Police say they got calls for shots fired at Lee Harvard Plaza. Now, they say that people standing near me at the scene tell me they heard dozens of shots go off, like some sort of automatic weapon was being used. Then they just heard people yelling and screaming and running for their lives. They say there was a large group of young men exchanging the gunfire. Now, those bystanders tell me there was a huge street fight in this same area yesterday, and they think the shootout was retaliation for that, and the young girl was just an innocent victim. I was interviewing the councilman from Ward 1, a man who says he's the father of that little girl, walked up to our cameras and spoke out.
We need to get more security cameras in our area, and those security cameras need to be the security cameras.
That was your daughter, sir?
That was my daughter. Sorry.
Sir, I'm so sorry.
That's right. Come on. Sorry. That was my baby. We're going to do whatever. I'm trying to do whatever we can do. I'm trying to help you out. It's my baby. I know you. How you doing, Mark? I know you, man. I'm sorry for your loss, man. Killed my baby.
I went down and close to the gas station down there.
She wasn't but 9 years old.
To answer the question in the chat, Mad Dog said that they killed a girl on purpose. No, the little girl was an innocent bystander. The bullet came into the car and hit the little girl. It was a stray bullet that was not intended for her, but that's what happens in a lot of these shootouts is innocent people get hit. So no, it wasn't. She was not the intended target. No. Thank you, MFSVH said security cameras. We need more security cameras. That's the problem. Thank you, Megan. Megan said it. Finally, a father. I told you guys. That's why I want you guys to pay attention to certain things that me and Tommy talk about a lot. And that's one of the things that we talk about. At least finally we see a father. Okay? Finally see a father. But let's keep going because there's some more stuff I want to show you about this.
Now, once the community members got wind that that was the father of the victim, they had an impromptu prayer for him. They put their arms around him and begged the Lord to give that father strength and for the violence to stop. Now, police have not given us any indication yet of who they are looking for in this crime, but of course, we will keep you updated on our News 5 app. For now, we are live in Cleveland. Amanda Van Allen, News 5.
Simply heartbreaking, Amanda. For us from that scene right now, Amanda, crushing.
All right, so let me go ahead and break the news for you guys if you guys don't know. So this just in, as of maybe a day or two ago, they do have the last two people in custody, which I read to you guys earlier, but I'm gonna go ahead and show you the video from that, okay? Let me see. Is he in the house? I have no idea. I don't know. I have no idea. I don't know where the father was at the time. Security cameras don't prevent anything. They don't at all. Like, why are we talking about we need some more security cameras? Like, can we not talk about changing the mindset? Can we not talk about the fact that we talk about these homes that have so many single mothers taking care of these children, and these boys end up being emotionally unstable, just like their moms are. And what are the consequences? The women are rewarded, the women are taken care of, the boys are punished, they are held accountable, and they end up killing each other because they don't know how to deal with male emotions and male hormones because they were not led and taught by men. This is where this thing spawns from. Me and Tommy are going to continue to keep calling this out and showing you guys example after example after example until we can't anymore. But here's the rest of the story. Here we go, guys. And you guys haven't missed much. This is the part that you want to see. So we got about 150 people watching. Please hit the thumbs up and please share the show with somebody. Just hit the thumbs up and that'll share it, okay? Here we go.
They killed my baby.
I want down and close to the gas station down there.
She wasn't but 9 years old.
Caught in the crossfire.
It was a group of boys who were on the sidewalk and a group of boys inside the car.
Bullets taking the life of a little girl and leaving permanent holes in the hearts of those who loved her.
She was just an innocent baby sitting in the car. What, they didn't care? You just randomly just shoot and kill people?
Her death, a tragic consequence of the violence plaguing our streets.
We've had 6 homicides of juveniles this year.
Those behind it, often children themselves.
And I think out of all 6 of those, I think I probably have reported most of them, at least on our show. Let me give a shout out to a couple people here in a moment. I'm going to play this a little bit further, and then I'm going to give a shout out to the people that donated so far.
We have a lot of young people on the streets right now, 12, 13, 14 years old, toting around real serious firepower.
Children making deadly decisions that change lives forever.
The cycle has to stop. So we have to do all we can to stop the violence.
They killed my baby.
Tonight's stories that will anger you, touch your heart, and hopefully play a role in understanding what can't be understood.
Wow. Let me give a shout out, Megan. Megan, are you still in the chat? Let me give a big prayer hands out to Megan, who shot me something earlier this week, which was pretty dope. And let me read her message. And she said, okay, well, let me see. She said, Jay, you are helping change the world, being a role model that children and even adults can look up to. The way you advocate for children and fathers touches my heart. And honestly, you know, what I sent isn't enough. But she said, for this precious message that you preach, you know, I wish I could do more. She said, much love. And so shout out to Megan. I kind of had to cut out sections of that. But thank you, Megan, so much. That is freaking amazing. I meant to tell everybody about that earlier. Just because. Much respect, bro. Shout out to my guy, John, who's in the chat, man. John, say something in the chat for me so I can hook you up, man. Appreciate that. Also, missed you this weekend, Jay, but I know that you were making them coins, so all is forgiven. Good to have you back. Let's keep it going. Unique Laura in the chat. Yeah, that's dope, man. Shout out to Unique Laura. Also, I saw his name earlier. And this is from my guy, Jamel, in the chat. So, Jamel, shout out to Jamel, man. Thank you very much. There you go. And, John, I want to give that to you as a symbol of my appreciation, man. You don't have to block or time out anybody or anything like that. It's just a small symbol of my appreciation, man. Prayer hands, thank you very much. And thank you to anybody that donates to the show. So, here we go. Here is the meat of the argument. Here we go.
Children shot dead in our city. These horrific tragedies leave us empty. Life seems meaningless to those left behind. 9-year-old Saniyah Nicholson was the latest killed in the backseat of her mother's car. She's not alone, but her death is reigniting the call to end the violence tonight. News 5's Amanda Van Allen was there moments after the little girl was killed. She spoke with Saniyah's father last night and today talked with her heartbroken mother.
Well, Danita and Rob, the entire family is still in disbelief. They tell me they're hurting, and the pain that they are feeling, they can't quite describe it. Saniyah's mom tells me she just wants to know who did this to her baby girl and why. It's a feeling she can't yet put into words.
They killed my baby. Why, though? What did she do?
A feeling no parent ever wants to know.
She was just an innocent baby sitting in the car. What, they didn't care? You just randomly just shoot and kill people?
Marcianette Daniels, once a mom to 3 children, now has to bury her youngest, 9-year-old Saniyah Nicholson. Daniels let the rising 4th grader wait in the car with her older sister while she grabbed their brother from the local boxing club.
Okay, y'all hear that? So there it is. So that's confirmation right there. But why would she leave the girls in the car in a crime-ridden neighborhood? Car could have got jacked. Anything could have happened, and anything actually did happen. So I think, yeah, that definitely should play some type of negligence on the mother. That's bad judgment. Either send the boy outside. He should know that you pulling up, but don't leave them little defenseless girls in the car in this crime-ridden neighborhood. That don't even make any sense. But let's keep going.
Then all hell broke loose.
I'm standing there. I was only in the gym for like 2 minutes. I hear all this shooting, so we get down. We get down. And my baby, my oldest was in the front, my baby was in the back.
I'm curious. Shout out to my fathers out there. I'm just curious. How many fathers do I have in the chat? Guys, level with me for a moment. How many guys do we have? How many men do we have? How many brothers, how many fathers do we have in the chat that if your kid or little girl were left outside while bullets are raining out there, would just leave that kid out there in the car? How many of y'all would have dove out there and went to go get them girls and risk your life to do it? Risk your life for your daughter, for someone else's daughter, for any kids. Knowing that them kids is out there stuck in that stuff. And it's okay to be honest. Not everybody has to feel the same way. But I'm just saying, in that scenario, all she could think was protecting herself. In my opinion, in my humble opinion. Okay? I'm not trying to put too much blame on the mom or the dad at this point, because I don't know 100% of the details. I'm just throwing it out there, and I'm just saying, if it were me, I'm going to risk my life for my daughter. It wouldn't have taken the second I heard the first gunshot, the second I heard any type of commotion, the second I heard anything, I'm going for my kids. I don't give a damn if it's a tsunami outside. I don't care if it's a volcano outside. I don't care if Jesus is coming back outside. I'm coming to get my kid. Do y'all hear me? Hello. Let's keep going.
When the shooting stopped, she run in the gym. I get up. She say, "Mommy, they shot Saniyah." I said, "No." Right here. They killed my baby, man.
And you see no tears. 0 tears. Almost 175 people watching. Hit the thumbs up, please. If y'all would, please hit the thumbs up.
Before they learned all hope was lost, the owner of the boxing club jumped in to help her.
I immediately ran out of there, grabbed her, and just told her it's gonna be all right. I'm holding her, and just praying that, I don't know, through a miracle, Allah can save her. There's still life, she was breathing. I'm like, it's gonna be okay, breathe, you got it.
But her breathing stopped, and the little girl was gone. Daniels is trying to remember the good times.
I want y'all to know my baby is beautiful. She loved to dance. Y'all should see her dance. She's so smart. She had a personality out of this world.
But right now, all she can think of is bringing the person who did this to justice.
Saniyah was my 9-year-old baby. She was my last one. She was beautiful. And they took her from me.
How many times did y'all hear her say her baby is beautiful? Her baby is beautiful. Y'all wouldn't believe how beautiful her baby is. How many of y'all think that that's weird? I do. Only good thing that she could say about her daughter was that her daughter is beautiful. How many people think that's weird? How many people think it's weird that she didn't cry? How many people think that it's weird that she talked about she can dance and then she almost immediately went into like a smile? Maybe remembering a good moment, I get it. But there was never a tear. Just throwing it out there because Tommy talks about it all the time. He can't be wrong. He can't be wrong with this many stories. Let's keep going.
Now, police have released these surveillance pictures that show two young men they are calling persons of interest right now. If you know who these guys are or have any information about Saniyah's shooting, please contact police. We are live tonight on Cleveland's East Side. Amanda Van Allen, News 5.
Saniyah Nicholson, not the only innocent child to fall victim to the violence on our streets this year. A 2-year-old shot while she was sleeping in her own home.
A 5-year-old hit by a bullet while walking down the street with her mother. A nearby teen also shot.
Another teen just leaving a school dance, stepping into a hail of bullets. 2 of them hit her.
And a 10-year-old boy also shot while sleeping in his bed. Nearly 24 rounds fired into his home.
Saniyah joins Abdel Bashidi, Aviel Wakefield, Major Howard, Ramon Burnett, and so many more young children not just shot but killed in that violence.
And while we don't know if this latest shooting was gang-related, so many others are. News 5's Lauren Wilson sat down with confirmed gang members.
Okay, Lauren, here's the thing. They admit they know that children are being killed.
Y'all have got to see this. Okay, guys, it's about to get really good. Please do me a favor before I play the rest of the story. I won't pause if y'all please hit the thumbs up, okay? Are y'all ready? First of all, there is a GoFundMe up. Let me clear this off the screen so you guys can see this. Let me see if I can go back and show you. Here it is. Let me just copy the website. I'm gonna put this whole thing on the page so y'all can see it, okay? Here we go. So yes, you guys said y'all smell a GoFundMe. How about the fact that there is one? There is one. We get it. This is, you know, black people's new form of insurance. This is the way that we getting down now in the black community, right? They're asking for 30 grand. It was created 5 days ago. It said, wait a minute, this is by someone else. Said, I want to help the family of the 9-year-old girl who lost her life yesterday, June 20th of 2018. That was 6 days ago. The gun violence is so sad. Let's raise money to give her a proper burial. At least she deserves it. If anything helps, let's help her family in a time of need. Very little bit helps, or every little bit helps. I think they meant every. So there is a GoFundMe up, but I don't think that that's the correct GoFundMe. The reason I say that is because that's not by one of the parents. I don't see one up from her parents. No, wait. Let me go back. Let me see if I can search a campaign. Let's try it like that. See, I don't get it. This is weird. Let me see what this one is. This is weird. Somebody else has one created as of 3 days ago. Wanda Campbell CEO Saniyah Nicholson. I'm going to show y'all this so y'all can go back and watch this on the replay. Y'all research this yourself. Look at this. And y'all tell me there's something not seem suspect with this. Let me get this a little bit bigger on the screen so y'all can see it. And the person that this one's being ran by is that person right there. I don't know what the hell is going on, but there's at least 2 GoFundMes up right now, so I don't really know what's up with that. It's a little bit weird, but like I say, y'all have the information. Y'all see the pages up. Go Google search those and let me know what's real, what's not real, what's the deal with that. I don't know, okay? But here we go. This is where it's going to get good. They are actually going to, check this out. They're getting ready to interview gang members. I want y'all to look at this and tell me what's wrong with this. What's wrong with this story? They're about to interview gang members at their place of residence. Y'all got to see this. Here we go. Without any further ado.
That's right, guys. All 4 guys that I sat down with, all hiding their identities, told me they view the city as a war zone. And the crushing reality is those caught in the crossfire are simply collateral damage.
It looks like you're kind of strapped for war a little bit. What is that about? Is this every day?
It's like an everyday thing out here. Like, you got to protect yourself at all means.
Kill or be killed.
This right here, 12 gauge. You know, we got a couple straight slugs. Does anybody come through, you know, I'm going to hit you in, yo.
Protection, always a priority.
That's like life insurance.
What's life insurance?
That gun?
No matter who's in the way.
We've had a couple of summers where kids have gotten caught in the crossfire. What is happening there? What are we just not seeing the kids? What is that?
I think as far as that, they just like a casualty of war. It's just like some people don't think.
It's just who's ever there.
Pretty much.
They say most of the shootings we hear about part of a payback cycle.
How big are retaliation shootings here?
That's what it is all the time. Like 100% of the time, that's what it is. Like it'll literally happen like this. Say me and him get to arguing outside the store, and he beat me up. All right, you beat my ass for sure. Now you're not making it home tonight. I'm gonna go around the corner, I'm gonna get my gun, I'm gonna blast you, and then I'm gonna go about my day.
And they say the younger kids are trying to prove themselves, getting even more reckless with guns.
They're the ones running around here. It ain't no youth centers around here for them.
You know, they put money into the wrong things. They put money into the stuff that's not gonna help the youth in the community out. So, you know, we try to get it and make it on our own.
And the streets overwhelmed with blight.
What does seeing the homes do? What does that do for your mental state?
It kind of rip your heart out. It's like,
it makes you so like they don't care about us.
That's forcing us to eat each other instead of putting us together and helping us go get, you feel me? Like if we all come together and think about it, we could probably move differently.
Do y'all see anything wrong with this picture at all? Please. 210 people watching. These are really good disguises. Woo. They talking about they want to stop the violence. Here is the violent niggas that are doing the violence. Is Cleveland that stupid? Seriously? We ain't even got to the part where we talk about the random white dude that's standing there with no mask, standing here with these, you know, with whoever these people is. I don't know. Isn't the irony thick? Right? I'm gonna back this up. I'm gonna let y'all watch this again. It's so weird. It's like almost comical. It's almost comical. Let me see if I can show you guys this again.
Caught in the crossfire are simply collateral damage.
It looks like you kind of...
First of all, I actually looked this up, and for the record, Ohio is a concealed and open carry state. These are not legal guns because they were not purchased legally. I can guarantee you none of these fools have a concealed carry license, haven't taken a class, are not certified to carry any of this stuff. Illegal weapons, illegal guns, and they're filming it. How many times have we talked about criminals filming themselves and going live and putting this stuff out there for the world to see? Self-snitching. You know, shout out to the news team that somehow talked these fools into agreeing to this interview. Y'all are dumb as hell. For criminals, y'all are pretty damn dumb. I'm gonna just throw that out there. Got all this murdering of the youth going on, murdering of each other, robbing, and hurting their own communities, and you're going to put it out there and say, hey guys, we're the ones that are doing it.
Strapped for war a little bit. What is that about? Is this every day?
It's like an everyday thing out here. Like, you gotta protect yourself at all means.
Kill or be killed.
This right here, 12 gauge. You know, we got a couple straight slugs. Does anybody come through, you know, I'm gonna hit you in, yo.
Protection always a priority.
That's like life insurance.
What's life insurance?
That gun?
No matter who's in the way.
We've had a couple of summers where kids have gotten caught in the crossfire. What is happening there? What are we just not seeing the kids? What is that?
I think as far as that, they just like a casualty of war. It's just like some people don't think.
It's just who's ever there.
Pretty much.
They say most of the shootings we hear about part of a payback cycle.
How big are retaliation shootings here?
That's what it is all the time. Like 100% of the time, that's what it is. Like it'll literally happen like this.
Listen to this stupid ass story that this fool tells. Listen to this, guys. Listen to this.
Say me and him get to arguing outside the store, and he beat me up. All right, you beat my ass for sure. Now you're not making it home tonight. I'm gonna go around the corner. I'm gonna get my gun. I'm gonna blast you, and then I'm gonna go about my day.
Y'all hear this? They have a fist-to-fist fight, fisticuffs, whatever you want to call it. If I lose, I'm going to go get my gun and shoot you, and I'm going to go about my day. And you say this on camera, dummy. Man.
And they say the younger kids are trying to prove themselves, getting even more reckless with guns.
They're the ones running around here. It ain't no youth centers around here for them.
You know, they put money into...
Don't he sound like Dvæeth Clark? We need youth centers. We need 24-hour youth centers. For what? So y'all can rob and stab and shoot them too and steal their games and deal drugs there and rape people and all kind of stuff in 24 hours a day. It's not because y'all are bored. It's because you don't have fathers. I'll say that again to the 5 amigos, the 5 idiots that decided to come on camera with weird looking mask on, half mask, half t-shirt, half helmets, half motorcycle gang. I don't know what these dudes are, but I'll tell you this. It's not because of the fact that they won't fix up your neighborhoods, which if you own the homes, then you should fix your own home. Or, you know, for the people that want, they should, it's your responsibility to take care of your neighborhood, not the state, not the government. Okay? Number 2, you should be trying to basically get yourself to a point to where you further your own education, value your education, value working, value earning, value living, value having children inside of wedlock. It's not everybody else's responsibility to make sure that you get the things and the tools and the essentials that you need to stay out of trouble. Put the onus on yourself. It's not everybody else's fault that you're in the position that you're in and that you're making the bad choices that you're in. Because guess what? If these dudes had a father, they'd be hearing exactly what I'm saying coming from their dads. Moms can't do this. It's proving to you guys every single day, moms cannot do this by themselves. Here is a clear example of that. I can guarantee you 5 out of 5 of those dummies ain't got no damn daddy in their life and never have.
into the wrong things. They put money into the stuff that's not gonna help the youth and the community out. So, you know, we try to get it and make it on our own.
And the streets overwhelmed with blight.
What does seeing the homes do? What does that do for your mental state?
It kind of rip your heart out. It's like,
yeah, it makes you so like they don't care about us.
Y'all hear that? He said seeing the homes in the conditions that they are rips your heart out. But it doesn't rip your heart out that if you lose a fight that you're going to go get a gun and kill somebody and then you're going to go about your day. I love the logic.
Forcing us to eat each other instead of putting us together and helping us go get, you feel me? Like if we all come together and think about it, we could probably move differently.
But their bullets are still flying.
It's sad though. You don't want to see nobody, no kids, no innocent people, period, get caught up in, you feel me, that type of stuff. But it happens because it's war.
So tough to hear our young people talk like that. So, any solutions? Anybody you speak with today, did they offer any hope that we could stop this?
You know, they said they want things to change, but things won't change until mentalities change. They say they want the community to be cleaned up, the neighborhoods to be cleaned up just like everyone else. And the most important thing they stressed was jobs that right now they say are not there. And sadly, until those things change, it's hard to see things slowing down.
And it is a war, and we are killing each other.
Yes.
And that is very disturbing to see, with seemingly no care for life.
Yeah, there is very low care for life, low care for empathy. If you don't care for your own life, it's hard to care for someone else.
And who's supposed to teach you these things? I don't know if that's the end of the video. Let me back it up just a little bit. Here we go.
That we're facing an uphill battle with this.
Yeah, despite that, Danita, he tells me he will keep doing all he can, continuing his face-to-face conversations with the gang members terrorizing our community. A little girl with her whole life ahead of her.
And we don't want our kids to die.
The latest victim of the ongoing violence in Cleveland.
We have to step up our efforts even more, boots on the ground, and bring the community together.
That also includes reaching out to those in our community, opening fire, leaving all of us at risk.
Heartless. When you don't have a heart, you're dead. When you're a felon, you're in prison. So heartless felon to me means dead or in jail.
Jeffrey Crosby is all about providing much-needed life support for young men who've lost their way.
My job is to give them CPR. My job is to make sure that the heart keeps pumping.
The violence...
You hear that? And what we're talking about is mentors, not fathers. I told you guys that's the problem.
Interrupter.
We're almost done, guys.
Uses a simple message to try and tackle this complex problem.
When a person gets killed or when a person gets incarcerated because of retaliating for someone getting killed, it affects not just you, it affects your family, your mother, your friends.
It's hopefully enough to convince the young men to turn away from gangs and the terror they create for so many Clevelanders.
They're fed up. They do not want to live around crime. They're sick and tired of it.
Crosby constantly hearing the horror stories from people living in fear.
They're scared to come outside. Sometime they might get paranoid when they hear loud noises.
Complacency, a word Crosby tells me often comes up when talking about violence.
It's very frustrating sometimes.
And while it may seem hopeless at times,
it hasn't got so bad that the people are completely heartless.
Crosby believes this latest heartbreak can be used to motivate the community to come up with long-lasting solutions.
We have to step up our work even more, because when one person gets killed, it's one too many. And it's really horrible, really touches us when a 9-year-old gets killed. It's a time, even during the despair, we have to come together.
And unfortunately, Crosby is very busy these days trying to tackle the flaring tempers that could lead to the next shooting. Right now, he says there are a lot of conflicts going on the streets of Cleveland.
This has been a tough 10.5 minutes of...
This is the thing. It's just like I said, man. People can say that that mentors are great and all of that kind of good stuff. I get what you're saying, and I'm not saying that mentors are a bad thing, but what I'm saying is mentors aren't what's needed. We don't need more mentors. These youth don't need more mentors. They need fathers, not mentors. And I want to continue to keep reminding you guys, they don't need community programs. They don't need, to be just given jobs, be out shooting people, and then next thing you know, you'd be like, here, we'll give you a job. That's the solution. That's not the freaking solution. You know what I'm saying? You have to plug this problem while they're children. In order to get good adults, you have to have good children. How many times am I going to say that? You have to have good children in order to produce good adults. Very rarely will you matter of fact, let's screw all that. Let's not talk about the anomaly. Let's talk about the majority. Raise kids in a balanced household, mothers and fathers, have them get married. The chances are that these kids are going to turn out better than they would if they didn't have fathers in their life. That's just what it is at the end of the day. All right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and stop it there. I'll probably do a part 2 to this story because there's a lot more that I actually did not get a chance to get to. But I wanted to thank you guys for coming through. And again, I'm gonna remind you guys, 6 people have been arrested. So they're not looking for anybody else right now. The last 2 people were the last 2 suspects that they were looking for, okay? We don't need more activism in the community. We need more active families in the communities raising these children. We need to stop haphazardly having children. We need to be in our children's lives. And we definitely need to stop neglecting children. Children need to be our #1 priority. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and stop it right there, because like I said, I've got probably about another hour worth of content that I'll probably have to give you guys at another time. You know, we got to talk about the GoFundMe. We got to talk about some of the laws that are going on in their city. We got to talk about the fact that there was a mafia member talking about he was going to pay for her funeral. So it's just way too much stuff to talk about right now. Okay.